Brazil, land of samba, sun, and an endless coastline kissed by salt and smoke. But somewhere between the rainforests and the favelas, between the caipirinhas and the chaos, there's fire, there's meat, there's churrasco. This isn't your backyard burger scene. No propane tanks, no fancy thermometers, just open flame. Primal instincts and generations of gauchos who understand that patience is part of the seasoning. The cuts are legendary. For example, picanha, it's the crown jewel. It has a fat cap, glistening like some sort of a carnivorous halo. They salt it like they mean it, skewer it like they're fencing with steel, and roast it slowly until it practically begs for a cold beer and a long story. Here in Brazil, barbecue is a ritual, a reason to gather, to talk shit, to laugh, to argue about soccer, to drink until the world makes sense, or at least until the fire dies out. In Brazil, meat is more than food. It's identity. And if you don't understand that, well, maybe you haven't tasted it yet at a typical Brazilian family barbecue. Beijo pra ela, por favor.
Fale quando é que tá pilotando alguma coisa. Você vê, depois você volta.
Né, onde liga essa lâmpada aqui? Só pra ficar mais clarinho.
Rapaz, tu larga o teu pão. Tá mais larga. Bora. 1, 2, 3. Parabéns pra você nessa data querida. Muitas felicidades, muitos anos de vida.
Que Deus lhe dê muita saúde e paz. E que os anjos digam amém. Parabéns pra você pelo seu aniversário.
There's something about surf fishing that feels, let's say, honest. There's no fancy gear, there's no bullshit. It's just you, a fishing line, and the endless blue. You cast your line into chaos, hoping for order. Maybe you'll catch a fish, maybe you'll catch nothing. But that's life, right? Cast, wait, repeat. The locals say the best bites come just before dawn. You are half awake, a cold beer in one hand, rod in the other, thinking about everything and nothing all at once. That's when it hits. The tug, that primal pull. Suddenly, you're not just some guy standing in sand. You're part of something ancient. This isn't sport, it's therapy. Salt air in your lungs, sand in your boots, a cooler full of stories, and maybe, just maybe, a fish or two. You don't surf fish because it's easy. You do it because it's real. This isn't sport, it's therapy. Salt air in your lungs, a cooler full of stories, and maybe, just maybe, you catch a fish or two. You don't surf fish because it's easy. You do it because it's real. So this noise that you're hearing is a cement mixing machine for a project that our neighbors are doing. And I'm going to talk to you about my first venture into surf fishing. You see, I've never surf fished in my life. Come to think of it, I've never really fished in my life. I think maybe once or twice in a little lake or something like that, but let's say for all effective purposes, I've never fished. Definitely never surf fished. So these guys that are working for us, extending our house at the back and various other projects, they're natives of this fishing village where we now live, so they know all about fishing. You know, they go out on their boats every weekend to catch fish. One of them actually dives in the water with scuba gear and he spear fishes. So I've gone online and I've ordered a few more things that I think will make my life a little bit easier. But for now, I'm good to go. I've got all the basic stuff, so I'm not going to wait to go fish because I have to wait for the rest of it to show up. I'm just going to go. And I cannot wait to share with you exactly the experience that I end up with on the nearby beach, catching hopefully a lot of good edible fish. So let's go. So the rod that I have is a 3-part 4.2 meter rod, and the brand is Pesca Brasil, which is fishing Brazil. I also have a stand, which is this right here, where I could put the rod and stake it into the sand, and I don't have to be holding it if that's how I choose to fish. There are 2 types of fishing. You cast and then you wait for something to bite and then you haul it in. That's one type. The other type is if you're using artificial bait, like made out of rubbers and things like that. You cast and then you pull back, and the fish kind of swim as you're pulling back. And that's if you want to be more proactive while you're fishing. So there are 2 ways to fish when you're at the surf. I'm going to try my hand at both because I've never done it before, and then let's just see what works and which one I end up enjoying doing more. So of course my friend said to me that there's always a possibility I could rope in a shark or a ray. So I need to have something like this to disable anything that's dangerous with teeth or weapons. And that's what I have this for, is to cut up the shark or the ray. I was thinking, are rays and sharks tasty? And they said, absolutely, we love to eat them. Rays are even tastier than sharks, and sharks to begin with are very tasty. So let's see what I end up roping in when I do end up going out. Ella? It's okay.